Okay, so today we are working on a 2000 Jeep Cherokee Sport, and sorry about the wind, guys. Not much I can do about it. It's the only day I had to film. A while back, I noticed that when I was up in the mountains wheeling my vehicle, the Jeep, I would turn it off, let it sit for about 10 minutes, get out, look at the spot I was about to hit, whatever it may be, and then I'd get in and hit my ignition again, and I'd get a really rough idle, it'd shake the entire vehicle, and it didn't, there was no power from the crank to the wheels, and I let it sit for a bit, turned off the engine, let it sit for another 10 minutes, and it stopped happening. So I didn't really know what it was. I looked it up, and it turns out that XJs actually have a big problem with this. It is rough idle in high temperatures, and where I live, the summers can get well above 100 degrees on the regular. And with the ambient air temperature being so high, and the engine bay, as you can see, of an XJ, a Jeep Cherokee, being so claustrophobic, even with a cold air intake installed, heat doesn't escape very well. It's not a very well built engine bay in terms of radiating heat away from the necessary components, and that heat radiates into your injectors, your fuel rail right here, these guys, and it vaporizes the fuel in that line, in those lines, so that then it can inject a liquid form of fuel into your cylinders, and you get what's called vape lock, and it causes misfires. The way the intake manifold is built on the XJ, it doesn't allow for much heat radiation away from your injectors, so you're, especially in hot ambient temperatures, you will see a rough idle come on more and more until that fuel has returned to liquid form. So the fix for this is really simple. There is a technical service bulletin out there that was made in about 2003, I believe, and it essentially stated exactly what I told you guys, that it's a rough idle caused from ambient temperatures. I did go to a dealership to ask about it, and they told me, nope, that's proprietary information. We're not going to give you any of that information. You have to pay 120 bucks just to talk to one of our mechanics about a technical service bulletin I found online. If I can find it again, I'll post it in the description below. But that technical service bulletin, TSB, had a part in it that was the fix for it, and it's a really simple fix. You'll see on my first 3 injectors, right there, and one, let's see here, yeah, we got 1, 2, and 3 right there. I have this little insulation on it, and that's what the part the TSB specified was. So when you have the rough idle, it's your cylinder 3, so it'll be this injector right here, right by your throttle. That's the one that misfires. So that essentially you only need insulation on this guy. I only bought one of the parts. It came from Amazon, and it came with enough material to do the first 3. I didn't buy a second one just because I didn't notice the problem after I installed on number 3. So my cylinders 4, 5, and 6 don't have one. But this fix, super simple. I haven't seen the rough idle since. All I did was take this insulation, cut it to fit around my injector, and then zip tie it, just for the time being. I did want to, which is a good idea, to take silver or gold heat tape and to wrap the injectors with the heat tape. That'd be a better idea than this, and then to zip tie that just to keep it on. I have seen people who have taped their entire intake manifold in heat tape. I don't know how much that helps, but anything to radiate heat away from your injectors will help on the rough idle fix. Radiate heat away from your fuel rail, and your injectors will help that rough idle at high ambient temperatures. Super simple fix. I'll post the part down below for you guys. Don't go to a dealership because they'll just screw you over. Dealerships, as they are called, and apparently it's proprietary information, so you get it here free. Solid works. Yeah, we'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.